Hi, I'm Keisha of 3D Pop-Up Shop, and I'm here with my co-host, Kanika.
Hi, everybody.
So today we are going to be talking about hard lessons learned after starting a business, okay? So we may be joined with some friends today, maybe not, but you know how this goes. We have a topic to discuss and we need to let it all out. Okay, we need to get it all out because a lot of times you think everything is rosy and clean, and you don't know what's going through our minds, and you don't know what's going on the other end of that Instagram page. You don't know what's happening on the other side of that website. You don't know what's happening, what happened before that package arrived. Okay, so before I jump into this topic, I just want to just give you a little brief update on what's happening with 3D Pop-Up Shop and who we are and all of that. So 3D Pop-Up Shop is an online Black shopping experience. If you are accustomed to going to local pop-up shops, great, good for you. If you can't make it to a local pop-up shop to either be a vendor or to shop, head on over to 3D Pop-Up Shop. That is where you will find Black vendors throughout the US and Canada who is promoting their products and services just catered to you, okay? So once you get over there, see what you like, click around and go and patronize our vendors. Our vendors are working hard this holiday season. We have a holiday gift guide on the website with some of our most active vendors want to showcase their products and services. Okay, so go ahead and take a look at that. Now, today, again, we're talking about hard lessons learned. And since I'm already talking, Kanika, I'm going to volunteer some information right now. Because if anybody have been watching this channel, they know we've had a hard time, okay?
Yes,
Getting
yes.
to where we are today. And some of this may, I'm going to say warning. This is like some triggering memories.
We'll try not to cry.
So I'll try not to cry or be there. I don't know what may happen when I start talking about these hard lessons, okay? Because it's triggering, all right?
Right.
So let's start with the very, very beginning. The very, very beginning, we started a website. We paid money and we thought this was going to be the bomb.com because, when we were first starting, we had money to spare, okay? We weren't regular. We just wasn't regular. And the lesson that we learned is that just because we put up a website, as pretty as it looked, does not mean that customers are going to come knocking on your door.
Nope.
It just doesn't equate to customers knocking on your door. Just because we had a website, we thought that we were going to get orders flowing through the next day because our website was cute. We were like, yeah, put some pink up on there, put a little shimmer there. We have some buttons, click, click, images popping, and crickets. Okay,
Yep.
crickets. I was like, okay, they're gonna come anytime soon. I'm gonna come. And darling, it did not work that way. It did
Nothing.
not work that way. So I have to say that was a very hard lesson that we had to learn because we spent months and weeks and months trying to get that perfect website. And we weren't taking any orders in or anything like that because we just knew as soon as we say it's pretty and done, that's when people are going to be like, okay, I'm ready to give you my money. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. We on the phone together with our I guess tech consultant, whatever you want to call them. They got us. Spent all that money and Nothing.
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 Nothing. It was, just to piggyback off of that, it was the idea that we did not have to talk about our business, So for me, the lesson that I learned from that was you have to talk about the business. No one is going to know about your business unless you talk about it. It doesn't matter how pretty the website is. It doesn't matter how pretty your Instagram is. It doesn't matter how all your ducks are in a row. If you don't talk about your business, people are not going to come to your pretty website, and people are not going to book you for your nice services. And it doesn't matter how professional you are. They weren't booking. They were
Wait,
not booking. They were not none of that.
Kanika, you're jumping the gun because we even okay. Second lesson, because Kanika went to like lesson number 3 or 4 down the line. Because before talking about your business, we realized, okay, we have to like actually promote it. Like we actually have to, put up some pictures on, social media or something. Like we gotta put up some pictures. And so we put up a little pictures. But here's another, but then it kind of like rolled in. It trickled in. Like when your faucet has a leak, but you can't quite close it all the way, but it has a leak. The orders came in like that. It was a okay.
Right.
And I mean, again, the lesson there was just like, okay, but people are winning people are winning online. All we see is people winning, and we're not getting any. Like, I'm glad for my order. I mean, because last month we was getting nothing, so I'm glad for my one order. But crickets. One order ain't gonna feed no bills. It's not like if we're selling cars. We're not selling Toyotas. So that's why I said we were jumping the gun, because Kanika said we weren't talking about the business. And we're literally, she really means talking about the business, as in vocalizing and telling the people about your business. And Kanika, you could tell them about how we went back and forth about how we really didn't want to talk about the business. We just wanted to do it, get the money, collect our coins. We didn't want to be front and center. Okay, we just did not want to be front and center. Okay, maybe it's more me.
Let me explain that, right? Because I don't want anybody to feel as if like, oh, we didn't want to talk about it. But in reality, we really didn't want to talk about it. But not that we didn't want to talk about it. It was more of that we didn't think that we needed to talk about it. We thought that the website was going to speak for us. We thought that our makeup was going to speak for us. We thought that, the people that knew us, our friends and family was going to speak for us. We thought everybody else was going to speak, or everything else was going to speak for us. Our professionalism, the fact that we showed up, our personalities. I don't know what we were thinking, honestly. So we didn't think that we, the business owners, had to speak about our business. It sounds really strange and off, I know, but it was a lesson we had to learn, and we did not know that, as basic as that is now, so many years in the game. It's like it was such a basic concept and such a hard lesson to learn. And Keisha mentioned we spent months perfecting our website. So now you can imagine we're putting in months of perfecting our website. We're putting in months and money into hiring a IT tech, a web designer, to create this website, and then we did not get the results that we expected.
Crickets.
And let me tell you something. This is the reason why the way the American school system is set up, it sets people up to do that, because that was the epitome of someone who comes out of the American school system.
Yeah.
If you go to school, if you study, get good grades, and if you pay for the classes, you should get a job, right? You should have a good career. The money should be flowing in. So when you have someone who goes through the system and then they come out and the product that they get doesn't equate to what they have, it's kind of a disconnect. That's
It,
what we were doing in business.
it
We
was
were. Mhm.
no, it was definitely a disconnect, and it took us a while to realize, like, okay, we have to actually be front and center. Like, we have to be front and center. We have to let people know, like,
We have
hey,
to talk. Yeah.
look what we're doing over
Like,
here.
we're
And
here. We're here.
but you
Come
don't,
and see what we have
but
going
you
on.
don't see this homepage, homie? How do
You
you not
don't
see this homepage? Yeah, no, I see. Oh, you're about to turn up. Well, let me tell you something. I think we may have a guest here.
again.
Oh, we have Shannon. We have Shannon in the room right now. So we're about to get Shannon in here.
Yes, yes.
Shannon.
Hi,
Hey, Shannon. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, Shannon. So, this is how we do. We are basically talking about hard lessons that you learned after starting your business. If you can drop us one or two, something that really like cut to your core. Um, and then afterwards, let us know more about who you are, what your business is, so everybody can flood your gate.
Thank you. I'd say my biggest lesson, one of my initial lessons after launching was learning how to take my time with everything. When I first launched my business, like I had a lot of support and I had consistent orders, and then life started happening because I still work a full-time job and I run a business on the side. So I learned that, doing things with intention and taking my time, I would have a better result because I lost out on money, trying to restock things as quickly as possible and not really engaging with my customers to even see, like, would this particular product need to be restocked? So that was money that could went elsewhere. Not really asking for help sooner enough and things like that, trying to do everything by myself. So really when life happened and having that time off to really sit and plan out how I wanted to come back stronger and really reinvest my time into content that would, increase my reach rather than just posting static posts and products and the same things every day. Like, how could I be better, but doing things with more intention and like really take my time? So that's one of my biggest first lessons. I'm still learning every day.
You actually snuck like at least 3 in there.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
but you was flowing so eloquently. I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing because I got like 3 things. You said you didn't take your time at first, and that's what a lot of us do because social media and going online is so easy nowadays to like start a business like this. We just go running. We just hit the ground running, and we just start throwing darts everywhere. We don't know what we're targeting. We just throwing darts.
Casting the net wide.
Casting the net wide. I mean, that's number 4 because clearly that's another big issue because we want everybody to give us money, right? We don't care where it's coming from. We're like, you, everybody's going to give us money. And that's not always the case. And when you just said, oh, if I just took my time, I would have been able to plan more and to actually engage more, to really understand what my customers really want.
Yep. That's important. That's important.
It's so important.
That saves time, it saves money, and it just shows, it lets your customer know that you care because you're listening to them. That was another lesson that I know we learned. So you hit it. When you set it up, go ahead, girl. You hit it.
Yes. Let me tell you, this is a side story real quick fast. I know you probably have to run, but let me just tell you real quick. There's this vendor friend, because we all vendor friends, right? We're all business friends now, hey, we're all business friends. So it's like this business friend, she is a Black business owner and she sells clothing. She sells clothing. But the problem that I see with her is that the clothing that she sells is kind of geared towards Black women, I would say. Like you could tell the type of clothing that she has, but her whole page has like a white girl on it. You know what I'm saying? And this speaks both ways. It's really like not really understanding who your audience is, or who is really catering to you. Because I mean, I'm not booked, but I mean, I bought from her before. You know, I was like, oh, this is good. She could do it. She's doing it good. But I'm like, you know, there's a disconnect. You know, I bought from her because I know her as a friend.
Right.
You understand? But would somebody who just stumbled on her page really like get it? Because you know, so that's what I mean. You know, we're talking to the masses now, because Shannon, we know, you got your lesson. You got your lesson. But, you know, when we're casting our net so wide because we're just trying to get money. We're just trying to get money. But when those people start giving you that money, it's almost like dig a little deeper to see, what do they want to see more of? What do they want you to produce more of? How can you make their life easier or better or sexier, you know? Versus, okay, thank you, ma'am, for that money, but I'm going to chase this girl's dollar, or I'm going to go and chase somebody else's dollar, you know? And that's a hard lesson for us to learn, because really, when you started off, you know, again, sometimes we're so far in the hole in the beginning that you're just like, I just want to get this expenses
and take everything, get everything. Yep.
Get back. I need to get it back. I need to get it back. So yes, Shannon. So please tell the masses who you are, what's your business, where can they find you?
So I'm Shannon, and I'm the owner and CEO of B. Marie Accessories. And I offer a unique and bold selection of statement jewelry and accessories for women that like to be seen and heard. I'm based out of Baltimore, Maryland, but I operate solely online. I do pop-ups around the Baltimore, Maryland, and DMV area, but I'm looking to venture out like stateside domestically. I'm willing to travel for pop-ups and everything, but can be reached at bmarieaccessories.com.
Awesome. Is that all one word? No, like hyphen or okay. bmarieaccessories.com. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So, Kanika, that was awesome, everybody. You heard it. Shannon is from bmarieaccessories.com. So after this live, or after you finish viewing this, definitely head over there and check her out. She has fashionable statement pieces. So, Kanika, let's keep it moving. Are there any other lessons that you've learned after start being a business owner?
Oh, I mean,
I have a good one. I have a good one for you, but I'm gonna let you speak.
You have a good one for me? I don't know. I think I have plenty, but let's see. You know, Shannon touched on she was doing stuff instead of paying attention to her clientele and stuff like that. And I kind of want to talk about my experience with that, because I'm always on some, and I didn't do it intentionally, but it was more of, I wasn't thinking of what I can do for the customer. I was thinking more of, what can I do? It was like, oh, I can create this planner. I can do this service. Oh, I could travel here. Oh, I could make this. Oh, I could do that. And it's just like, but Kanika, are they asking you for all of that? Are they asking you for this? Are they asking? Man, let me tell you, you know how many times I roll up on Keisha's ears and I'm just like, so here what I'm thinking. We create this planner and we're gonna do it like this and we're gonna do that. And Keisha's like, so I don't know. She's like, if I was the customer, I wouldn't even purchase that. And I'm like, damn, sis, like really? You know, she's crushing my dreams. Like she just like, but I get it. You know, it's like I get it, because it's like, Kanika, you need to refocus. Are the customers asking for this? Another example. I always want to teach makeup. I always want to teach them makeup. But I have to teach makeup to the ladies who ask me to teach makeup. So while I want to educate the world, educate everybody who wants to DIY their makeup, I have to keep in mind, like, hey, Kanika, you know, those ladies who want to do their makeup, teach them. Those who want to get their makeup done, don't teach them, because it's going to be a disconnect. So that was a hard lesson that I definitely had to learn. And I'm not even going to lie, I'm still learning it, because I didn't come with ideas and then after I say it, I'm like, ooh, let me take that back. And Keisha's like, no, too late. You cannot take it back. Like,
you know what, Kanika?
I'm not asking for that. So
That is a lesson that we as business owners are always still learning, because it's a fine line between doing too much and expanding your business.
that's it.
It's such a thin line, because if you do too much, you start to lose out on money and time, and you can't get time back. And money, depending on how far in the hole you get, it could really shut down your business or put you on hold for a little bit. You know, but then if you don't expand your line, sometimes you could be missing out on coins, because now that same customer is going somewhere else for this and going somewhere else for that, when you could be collecting all of that money.
Absolutely.
So it is really a fine line, and it's just a hard lesson. But I would say, I mean, since we in the realm of educating people tonight, I would say if you're starting out, you gotta stay in your lane. You know what I mean? Like, if you're starting out, stay in your lane. It's easier there. You want it to be easy. And nothing about what we do is easy, okay? Putting your soul out to the world, putting all your best efforts, your product to the world, and having people judge. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. But let me tell you, Kanika, because you already finished drinking your liquor, so I figure you ready for this one.
No, I have more, but go ahead, tell me, girl.
Kanika, so how about the biggest lesson that we learned is that your biggest supporters are going to be strangers. It is not going to be blood-related, thick, thin family members that you think should have your back. Oh, no, 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 no. Your biggest supporters are going to be girls who are dropping that dime bag for you all the time. It's going to be dudes who see your potential and they book a subscription for your service. It's going to be that young girl who just stumbled across your page and she keeps on coming and booking or buying your products monthly. It's going to be that loyal customer that sees the vision and is like not giving you a hard time and keep on coming back. That is going to be your biggest supporter. When you think, oh, well, I grew up with my sister, I grew up with my brother, they should be like giving me money to be like, yes, get this service. Especially when you know that they can use this service. Your friends, your cool girls that you probably go on trips with, the girls that you celebrate your birthday with, you think that they're going to be your number one supporters? No, it doesn't always happen that way. If you have somebody in your corner, a husband, a boyfriend, a friend, a BFF, if you have one of those who decide to, you know what, I'm going to stay up at night with you. So you don't fall asleep trying to send these emails, or you don't fall asleep trying to package these products, or you know what, I'm going to hit you off with a little cash because I know that you're going to send me this product. Or you know what, I don't want a free product from you. I know you are in the struggle. I'm going to pay for this service. If you have somebody like that in your corner, or somebody who's going to come and work with you at the local pop-up shop that you just pop up at, consider yourself blessed and don't take advantage of them, because those people are hard to come by. Your biggest supporter are going to be that customer that got their product, who enjoyed their product and believes in you.
Yep. And let me tell you something.
Hard lesson.
That's a very, very hard lesson. And what I'm here to tell all of you who are starting out, who is experiencing this right now, the quicker you accept that your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, they're not your biggest supporters, the quicker you can move on and make those coins. Because listen, you're not here for them to sit down there and be like, they don't, whether they believe in you, whether they don't believe in you, or whatever it is, whatever is their reason for not supporting you, that's their business. But the quicker you get over that, the quicker you can move forward, and you can find the people who's really going to support you, who are really your fans. Because wallowing and sitting in that energy is not going to do you any good, because we sat in it for so long. We sat in it for so long because we have our own separate groups of people. Keisha has her friends, I have my friends. We have different groups of circles that we roll with. And it's just like, you'd be like, why isn't this person like, where's this girl from high school, Keish? Where's this girl from college, Keish? You talking about me, Kanika? Where's homegirl from college? Where's homegirl from wherever? And both of us are like, I don't know. They know that we do this. They know that we have all these businesses. They're business owners as well, but they don't. You know what could we do? It at first it used to hurt and be like, man, could you imagine? Blah 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 blah. But no, that is a lesson. That is a lesson. Definitely learn that quick, fast, hard lesson.
That one cuts at the core, Kanika. I swear on everything. Because even to today, I may try to like brush it off the shoulders because, you know, we made it. We have like all these customers now, and then loyal customers as well. But you still see these people in your day-to-day. You see your people in your day-to-day, and it still be like, you see what I'm trying to do here? And you,
I don't have the energy for them anymore. I really, really don't. I really, really don't. Because if I sit here, that it's just going to take, it just puts me in a sour mood, and then I'm just angry. And I'm not time for that.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? In the very beginning, that used to really throw us off our game for a minute.
Absolutely.
And then nowadays, I mean, it's a thought, but it's not like I'm not losing sleep over it. But it's just like
right now, it's more of like, I see you see me, and I see you see I'm still here. But
it's
it's like that's a life. And that's it.
Especially around the holidays, when you see it, people often in your face all day. Okay, you know, I'm like going in sideways. This conversation about to go real left. But it's a hard lesson.
Making people feel as if you're still sour over it. You're not sour. We're not sour over here. We're not sour over here. But it's just, that to show you that is a hard lesson. And I partially want to say the reason why it also was a hard lesson is because we low-key were depending on our, 1 degree separation community to bolster our business. So it's just like, all right, we got all these strangers to see that people are checking us. It's like, they don't need to know that Susie Q is our cousin, and they don't need to know that Bob the Builder is a boyfriend, or whatever the case may be. They don't need to know that. But it's the fact that when Bob the Builder and Susie Q were supporting us, it's like, shoot. So we're not even looking, what's the word? We're not even looking authentic, or we're not looking like they weren't even validating us.
Right.
We were looking for validation in our immediate community, and they weren't giving that to us. So now we really started from the bottom. So it was the strangers who were validating us. So now it's just kind of like real fast. Right. With all love and respect, because it's just like, they're there and we're here. It is what it is. So that was a very good, and that was a very hard lesson to learn.
A lot of people need to realize that, though. A lot of people need to realize that, because that topic alone deserves a whole video. Because
we're gonna get into it.
We're gonna get into it because y'all don't understand, and I need you guys to understand. Another one that I want to say is
I have one. I know you want to
go ahead, because I could complain all day if you
No, this is one that, let me tell you something. Uncle Sam is gonna get you. You have to open up a business account. Okay? You have to open up a business account. And now I'm not talking about it's whether if you are having your business money come into your personal account, Or even if you open up a separate account from your personal account, but it's not a business account, you need to go ahead and open up a business account, because Uncle Sam wants his money. Uncle Sam wants his money.
And the bank. And the bank.
Hard lesson learned. And let me tell you something. If you're like, let me tell you, if you started yesterday, and you're hearing us today, then maybe you have some time. But specifically, as you start to gain more notoriety, as you start hiring, whether you're hiring employees or you're hiring contractors, or your business is just booming and building, you need to open up a business account. Because let me tell you what happened to us, okay? We always have a story when it comes to money, okay? But we are resilient. And if you have not seen our episode on resiliency, let me tell you something. You better go check it out, because we are some hardback resilient people over here.
Seriously.
So we had a separate business account, and then we had another account that was just open up specifically for business transactions. And so we had that first account open up years. And we just never closed it. We just like, hey, it's not my personal money, it's not your personal money, it's all business money. It was our business email going to it. It was backed by, what we backed it up with our own personal information. So the account was open. Okay, boom, bye. Fast forward to one of our events. Yeah, one of our events. And it's time to start paying, sending out payments. We hire people, so we're sending out payments. That goes suspicious activity happening. Long story short, after we verify everything, because we're thinking, hey, this is us, it's our account, we're verifying everything. They're like, yeah, due to suspicious activity, we're going to shut down the account.
Yeah, basically,
with our money still in it. Like, what are you talking about? We're business. We have business operations that require the money that's in that account. Hence why we were sending out payments from it. Like, we were sending out business payments. And now, of course, we know you needed a business account, but because we were doing everything legitimately, like, we had our business account separate, our money separate, we weren't touching it, we were the ones who were initiating these payments, we were sending out these checks. We thought, it never crossed our mind to be like, oh, this is actually not a business account. Like, it wasn't considered a business account.
And you know what, Kanika? This may go over the heads of a lot of people. So I promise you, we're going to do a whole nother video on that, because depending on which stage people are in, they may not really truly understand what was the real issue there. You know what I'm saying? But just understand that it's a hard lesson, that if you don't have a business account right now, you're going to get that hard lesson learned soon. Okay? Because we sure did. We sure did.
Yes.
And you know what, Kanika? I was going to go on the side of, you need to understand that one bad customer, or one mad customer does not shut down your business. Understand that there's going to be customers who, may not be completely pleased with, your service, your product. However, or they may just be a scamming type biatch. I don't know.
And there are a lot of them out there.
There's a lot. Holidays come around. There's a lot of people start scheming. But understand that one customer does not shut down your business. And that's a hard lesson learned. The reason why I say it's a hard lesson learned, because when we first encountered a customer that was like, I want my money back, it cut at our core, because we're not bad-minded individuals. We want to give you what we would want from other people. And we try our best to produce that within our means, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And for things to not go the way the customer thought it should go, it really cut at our core. And it was like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. And we just really just was not prepared to handle a customer who is like, I want my money back and blah, 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 blah. And even after getting their money back, they still want to blast off to the masses about how unsettling this whole situation is, or how upset they are. And we thought it was the end of the world. So we took a break. We're like, let's think about our actions.
We're gonna do this. Yep.
You don't got time to take a break, okay? You don't got time. Competition is on your back, okay? You don't got time to take a break. You go to bed, think about what you did, how you could adjust, and come back strong tomorrow.
Go take a nap.
Go after this video.
Right.
You go and think about your actions and think about how you could better your business and avoid customers like that, or better avoid situations, or bounce back from situations like that quicker.
Right.
Because we took a break. I mean, I'm talking about 6 weeks to 2 months. We took a break early on some, all right, well, let's relax, and next year we'll think about something new.
Let's fix this and figure it out. Yeah, absolutely. And this is not a pass for you to be piss poor in your business. This is just to let you know that if you know that you are dotting all your I's, crossing all your T's, and you are showing up, showing out for all of your customers, and then you have that one customer that wants to be like, well, I didn't appreciate blah, 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 and I want my money back, or I didn't like this, or this is what happened, my product didn't come on time, or whatever the case would be. All right, boo-boo. You know, handle it how you feel best to handle it as a business owner, but understand that's one customer. If you have 100 customers, that is one customer. Keep things in perspective, because one person could run their mouth and be like, oh, I didn't like this, and I didn't like the jewelry that they gave me. You can't please everybody, darling. You're not made for everybody. Your business is not for everybody. And that's why the beauty industry is the way it is. That's why the food industry is the way it is. That's why there are so many different vendors for so many different industries, because not every business fits every person's personality or desires. So it's like, okay, you know what? Go find another jewelry vendor. Go find another hairstylist. Go find another nail tech. Go find another app developer. It's not me. And that's okay. It's just one person.
And that's a-okay. Okay. And I mean, and that kind of rolls into the next, I guess it's almost like an advice type thing. But we had to learn, and this is looping right back around to what Shannon was talking about earlier, where she wasn't engaging with her customer to know what they want. But you have to also understand not every customer is your customer. And we learn to accept that now. And we embrace that. We started embracing that, Kanika, oh my God, the sales went through the roof. Because people understand like who is in their corner and who is not in their corner. Like we don't need to chase every redhead. Okay, we don't need to chase every little freckle-faced girl. We don't need to chase every girl in the world. We are so multidimensional beings. So we don't need to do that. And once we started realizing that, sales through the roof. Yeah. I mean, I have another little, conversation about that, specifics. But I have to say, Kanika, these lessons are lessons, again, learned after we started our business. Because you may be you may be holding a business master's degree, honey, or you may have been a marketer in your past lifetime, right? Or you may have you know, the best math or the best street sense. I don't care what you did, honey. Until you get your hands wet in the business, until you actually open up a business and deal with real life customers who are not family or friends, you're not going to learn. You're
And
not
that's
going to
it.
learn.
You
And
learn by doing, not by reading, not by studying, and not by watching. You
and
learn by doing.
you may be spectating and watching Kylie Jenner all day, or you may be what, stalking Fashion Nova all day, Pretty Little Thing, all those social media pages. You may be hunting them down, and you think you can do what they do. Your biggest competitor is you. You are the one in the way. You're
Facts.
in the way, okay? Because you're not getting your foot wet. You're not getting your hands dirty because you're afraid. You're
Yeah.
nervous. You're
Yeah.
planning all the time. You're like,
Yeah.
what are you
You know
planning?
what? That actually leads to another lesson learned. I know we're going to start wrapping up soon, but I'm just going to say this real quick. You are always going to have problems. Okay? When we first started out, we thought we had all the answers. So this all goes hand in hand. We thought we had all the answers. Everything was going to be perfect. We had the perfect business model, the perfect schedule. Everything was going to be perfect. So when we faced a problem, oh, it took us out like the flu. It took us out because we were like, what? Like, we're not supposed to have problems. We have the perfect agenda. We have the perfect pitch. We have the perfect this, the perfect that. And we were like, all right, you know what? Maybe we missed this one thing. We addressed the problem. We came back again after, we tell you all the time, after 6 months of like thinking and fixing, we come back again and we're like, all right, now we got it. Boom, another problem. Knock us out again. We're like, what is going on? I don't get it. Why we always say, all right, let's fix the problem. We did this for years. Event after event after event after event, we did it for years until finally it clicked. It was like, we are always going to have a problem. We are always going to have a problem to solve. But the problem that we're solving is never the same problem.
Right.
And that is the lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Understand that when you are in business, because what Keisha said, you're not going to learn by just studying and watching and thinking. You're going to learn by doing. Okay, you're going to learn by doing. But understand that when you start doing, you're going to be hit with problems after problems after problems. But if you are facing the same problem, that means you are not learning the lesson. Okay,
Right.
you
Right.
have to learn the lesson, and once you learn the lesson, you're going to get a new problem. And that's a new lesson to learn. But that just means that you're growing. Let me tell you something. We get in problems after problem. We had our last pop-up event in October, and let me tell you something. We got hit with a problem that we were just like, really? Like, this is a problem now? Like, this is a problem? But it was not the same problem as it was a month ago. It wasn't the same problem as it was last season ago, or last year, or 10 years ago.
Right.
So that was a difficult problem. Because let me tell you something. When I tell you it was years that we were dealing with problems that we just thought, oh my God, we weren't getting better. Like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? All of this. Like, we really was contemplating what was going on and why we couldn't figure it out. But I didn't realize it was all new problems. It was all new problems because we were trying new things. We got new problems. You know, Biggie said, more money, more problems. It's the truth.
I know that's right. More money, more problems.
It's the truth. It is the truth. Embrace the problems, but understand that you should be experiencing new problems. If you're experiencing the same problems, you do need to slow down and see, okay, what is it that's going on here that I'm obviously not getting? Because you shouldn't be getting the same problems, time after time after time. You're obviously not getting something. You need to learn the lesson. That was another hard lesson. And it's a hard lesson because who wants to keep facing problems? But whatever. It's life. It's part of the journey.
It is part of the journey. And Kanika really just wrapped it up right there. You're always going to have lessons learned, okay? Because even with your wins, there's lessons learned. You have to understand that you can't learn the lesson if you don't jump in and jump in and act. You have to actually get in the ring to actually win the game, win the match. If you don't jump in the ring, you can't win nothing.
Absolutely.
You're just going to be living a life of regret if you don't jump in and do. Time waits for nobody.
Nobody.
And what do these customers? They don't wait, okay? If you can't service them for a holiday, or you can't service them for the summer, you can't service them for their biggest events, they don't need you. They're going to find somebody else. So unless you jump in and get in there, get in front of people, you're never going to learn what you can handle and what you can't handle, what you can fix, what you cannot fix, what you can grow to and what you need to like sustain yourself. You're not going to be able to handle it. So hard lessons, this right here was just hard lessons learned after starting your business. And we hope that we didn't deter you that much.
Nah, we got strong-minded people here. We're doing this. We're all doing this.
We're doing it.
So we know we didn't turn you off.
Just because we know you're strong-minded, there's going to be a part 2 coming out because, darling, we have some more lessons up our sleeves that you would not believe that we had to face. Right. And I'm sure some more of our friends going to pull some more lessons out of their bags as well. So if you've been rocking with us since the beginning, you know that we are the owners of 3dpopupshop.com, and we have a holiday virtual pop-up shop coming on December. Yeah. So definitely keep on looking down in the comments, down in the description box to see the business that was on tonight. And when you're finished watching this video, head over to 3D Pop-Up Shop and check out our business vendors over there. So until next time, peace.